on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Decided to take our newest Evo 10 today. Yesterday the gray Evo 10 was throwing a code or a check engine light for a cam sensor, so I'm going to swap some sensors off this car, try to get that figured out so we can just order the right sensor the first time around. I'm not sure if it's the intake or exhaust, but before we do that, we are currently on the Air Force Base in Spokane to go check out an STI. What's up, Brandon?
What's up, man?
How you doing?
Doing all right.
I like your beanie and your jet tag.
Yeah, I like my wallet too.
Oh, so as you guys know, the guy before me, or somebody previously, cut my airbag wiring off my seat belts. You blew this thing up, huh?
Oh yeah, it's knocking.
Is it?
Yeah, you want to hear it?
If you dare. Is it that loud?
I guess we'll see. It's starting while it's idling.
Apparently this thing's got a rod knob. Let's see how she sounds. Yeah? You can hear it. It's a little knocky. Oh god. Yeah, that sucks, dude.
Yeah, it is what it is. We got a closed deck to go into it. So.
Yeah, that's the way to go. So this little wire right here on mine is cut off. So I'm trying to see which wire goes where, and it's pretty easy to tell. Shout out Brandon for letting me look. P0340 cam position sensor A. I think that would be, if I'm not mistaken, that is the intake cam sensor, which is really easy to get to. So yeah, I'm just gonna go swap it out off of the wide body Evo and make sure that fixes the issue before I just go ahead and buy a new sensor. That's the advantage of having 7 Evos. Oh wait. I forgot Bobby's Evo's here. I literally was gonna ride the bike, but then I brought the Evo to swap the sensor when we have a sensor right there. Oh well. No codes yet. I think before it was throwing a code right away, so I'm gonna go drive the car, get a few miles on it, and see if the check engine light comes back on, because I do know that it could also throw the code with a stretched timing chain. I doubt that's the issue, but yeah, I guess we'll see. All right, no check engine light. The thing is all good to go. This thing's officially done. I'm gonna go ahead and tackle that wiring real quick, just get that situated. If it doesn't take care of the airbag light on the dash, we'll have to scan it. I need to borrow a scanner from somebody because I don't have one. I should probably just pick up a nice scanner to do that kind of stuff here. And we're actually gonna get started getting this thing prepped out and ready to go for the dyno. Bader is gonna be taking care of the tune on this thing. We do have to install our flex fuel kit and our external wastegate setup. I initially wasn't gonna do an external gate, and then Bader convinced me to do it just because, for 2 reasons. Number one, they sound incredible. I love how external gates sound on every car in the world, but especially Subarus. They sound really nice. And then boost control as well. It's much easier to control boost with the external gate versus the internal gate. So yeah, those 2 reasons. And then of course, flex fuel. We want to make hopefully high 400s. I don't know if we're going to crack 500 with this turbo on E, but even if we made like 450 on E on this car, I think it'd be the perfect setup. I don't want to make a crazy ton of power. That's what that build is going to be for. That build's also going to be crazy horsepower. We don't need every car in the shop to be insane, because honestly, a lot of the time, like I was talking about yesterday with this car, having a 350 wheel setup on this car is extremely fun. Having a 450 wheel setup is extremely fun. One of the funnest cars I've ever owned and ever built was the Black 8 that we sold probably a year or 2 ago. And that car made 450 wheel I think. Or no. It was 505 wheel in E85. Funnest car I've ever owned. Every time I mess with airbags, I feel like one's gonna explode in my face. Airbag light is still on. So yeah, we're gonna have to scan that and see exactly what's going on instead of just trying to chase random issues. So we'll figure that out later on. All right, dudes, let's move on to some fun mods. We got everything chilling over here. External gate right here. PLM up pipe kit, of course, for the 38 mil external gate, and IBR because Cobb doesn't make them anymore, an IBR flex fuel kit. Looks like a pretty simple setup there. All this should be simple, but a little bit more difficult to install because putting a pipe on a sub is not the most convenient thing in the world. All right, all this stuff is gonna allow us to make all the sauce in the world. Let's go ahead and start off with the flex fuel kit. Looks like a very, very simple setup. Pretty similar to the Cobb, if I'm being completely honest. This here is the flex fuel sensor, controller. That's all the wiring that is needed. And then it plugs into the TGV wiring. And then we have 3 fuel lines. We'll probably use, I'm guessing, these 2 guys here, and then a clamp with some hardware. Being that we have none of the factory lines on the car, we had to kind of change the setup a little bit. So our sensor is mounted right there. You can see it's on the return line. I had to just clamp our radium hose right onto the sensor for now. I am gonna pick up some quick disconnect fittings that are proper. The plastic ones that were supplied actually snapped in half. So we'll have to get those swapped out with some nice, I don't know, brass or metal ones. So there's a sensor, the controller's mounted down there, nice and clean. And then it just plugs in right here. That's all you gotta do, simple as that. All buttoned up with the flex fuel install, literally the easiest install in the world. Let's go ahead and tackle the external gate setup. Just talked to Josh, who's gonna be, of course, tuning this car like I mentioned earlier. He recommends a 14.5 PSI spring in here. So let's see what spring that is. As you can see, there's a ton of different springs that are included. It doesn't show on the instruction sheet the spring pressures of all these springs, but online it shows black and red combined is a 14.5 PSI spring pressure. So we got these 2 here, black and red, that we're gonna go ahead and install into this gate. PLM kit looks to be pretty decent build quality. And of course, you already know tiles top of the line. So how this is gonna be set up, top port just vents the atmosphere. Side port is gonna connect to port 2 on our Grimspeed EBCS, which is mounted, which is that there. So we gotta go ahead and get the factory up pipe off. Like I said earlier, it's not very fun. I've been kind of slacking, putting it off just because I don't want to get it done, but let's go ahead and knock it out. This guy's ready to go in. I still have the gate itself loose and the dump tube loose so we can tighten those up when the pipe's actually on the car. Before I install, I do need to get all of the studs in. And then yeah, this guy's gonna slide right up in there and we can get everything adjusted properly. All of the nuts holding the up pipe to the turbo. Pain in the ass to get to, but it's gotta be done.
Looks like an up pipe.
Bobby decided to join the party and she's guessing what this is.
Blow off valve.
No.
Okay, can you take that out?
Well, no, it's close. It looks like a BOV.
It does. It's a dampener.
Bobby, you know what it is. I promise you.
Yeah, I do know, but it's not coming to my head.
What?
Wastegate.
External gate going on sus.
Nah, ask me again.
But what is this?
External gate. Going on sus. Do you notice that I have lipstick on?
I do.
What do you think?
Pretty sweet, dude. This thing's almost done, ready to hit the dyno.
Oh, so good.
And then, I know, that tint game changer. Black roof or not? What about carbon mirrors, like your car?
Oh yeah.
But as soon as this thing's done, we can work on...
I don't like talking when I'm chewing.
You're always eating. Then we can work on Barry and Gary. Again. Mm-hmm. We did have to pull the external gate off to get the up pipe in there, but up pipe is in. Looks like our power steering lines are kind of in the way a little bit. So we're gonna have to bend those down to get the gate on and get the dump tube on. So let's go ahead and tackle that right now. Get the downpipe back on, manifold back on, and then we'll pretty much be done. How many miles are on your car?
I don't want to talk about it.
What?
What do you mean?
With your clutch?
Oh, on the clutch? Like 320?
She'll beat the shit out of your car?
No. Wait, we should go put E85 in her.
External gate and the dump tube is installed. That's how it should look. So this port right here, we're not using that side port right there. That's gonna go to the EBCS. So downpipe has to go back on. Manifold goes back on and we're done. One more thing before I call it a day. Power steering lines, we had to reroute way out of the way. Probably didn't have to, but a car burning down because of power steering catching on fire wouldn't be the most fun day in the world. All right, we're gonna go test out Bobby's new ACT Mod Twin. ACT said 300 to 500 miles. So you know I'm gonna do 300 miles. So I think it'll be fine. 300 miles is plenty. Let's go see how she holds up. I'm actually really curious. What if it slips and locks me out of every gear? Because you know you can't even get locked out of gears on an STI. It's just not a thing.
Impossible.
Let's go give her help, bud.
Can I go potty first?
Yes, you can go poop first. Not sure where the GoPro is, so no GoPro today. Yeah, my GoPro.
I do not.
All right, you have to hold this real good then. Initial thoughts. I feel like I feel like the clutch stiffened up probably 10%. It stiffened up a little bit. It's still, is that still softer than factory or about the same?
I'd say it's identical.
Identical? Drivability? Well, let's just interview Bobby. It's her car. How's it been driving?
Perfect.
No.
Okay.
Details.
Hold on. Okay, say that again. I'm in a really like goofy mood, so.
Bobby, how is your clutch?
It's amazing.
Okay.
Yeah. No problems at all.
Does it chatter?
No chattering.
Shudder?
Shudder, no shuddering.
Does it warp?
No, it doesn't warp. It literally just drives fine. She rips, she eats.
Have you ripped it?
I have. I did today.
Okay, let's go give her hell. I'm also curious to see about that 4th gear grind because we did the cocktail. Haha, I said cock. So, guess we'll see if it grinds on these gnarly flat footers. I think it'll be fine.
We're flat foot?
That's all I do.
Oh, okay.
That's all I know how to do.
Alright.
Just don't want it to lock me out.
Oh my
Is that how you test out a clutch? Holy shit!
She freaking ate.
Well, she held it to the launch / drift just fine. Sorry, ACT, if you're watching this. I don't know if you condone 300-mile launches, but I do. Okay. We're going back to Spokane from Mexico. Holy shit.
Mexico's always a good time.
I like this clutch a lot.
Me too. Me too.
I don't have my wallet on me.
You're about ready to see me out at the track. Huh.
What? We hit 26.5 pounds on pump gas.
Was that gnarly?
Only a tiny bit of knocks. I don't really give a fuck.
Lala. What the shit are you trying to do?
Rip. I like it. Bobby's too scared to go launch it.
Like, I'm afraid to launch it?
Correct.
I'm not afraid. I'm just tired.
So, you guys saw. No issues. I love this clutch. You'll be seeing it going in an Evo soon, so we can do some testing and tuning on an Evo 10 to see how it holds up in there. But it's amazing. I'll link it down below once again if you guys want it. I know they make them for Evos, 8s, 9s, 10s, STIs, and I don't know what else they make them on twin for, but I'll have them linked down below. All right, friends, that's going to be a wrap for today. Everything that we installed on the hatch, I will link down below. Thing is pretty much ready to go on the dyno. As soon as we can get it on there, you know I'm going to. And make all the sauce in the world. Peace out, friends. I'll see you guys tomorrow.